Aries, I don't know what's going on, but like I'm having a hard time shuffling because like as soon as I started calling in your energy, I got nauseous. So for some of you, I think that what's going on in your love relationship makes you sick to your stomach and like to the point that you either are getting yourself physically sick or you're just like emotionally sick, like distraught. And I think for some of you, it could be morning sickness. Aries, the more I shuffle, the more nauseous I get. This is insane. So I think it's because, you know, you need to walk away from this disappointment. Like there's some type of, whatever is making you sick to your stomach, not that you didn't have a right to feel this way. Okay, you do. You're sad. I get it. You're sad. You're sad. But you need to move forward out of your sadness. Out of your sadness. Because you cannot fix the situation from a place of just pure upset, like pure disruption, okay? You deserve to feel your feelings, but you cannot make decisions from there. You need to move on. And like now I'm not as nauseous, but now like my head kind of hurts. So don't give yourself a headache about it. Okay? Yes, you need to think about it. Yes, you need to be rational. Okay? You need to see beyond the bullshit. Okay? I feel like Aries has a tendency to feel something and then just run that shit into the ground. And if you want to be able to move on, for some of you, if you want to be able to move, if you want to move on from this feeling, or if you want to move forward in your life or move forward in a relationship or literally move because of love, you need to leave behind the dwelling. There's a sense of dwelling. Or you already have moved on from it, but for some reason you're still sick from your stomach. Like you don't believe it's really going to happen. But take a chill pill. You need to relax. I love y'all, but you need to relax. Okay? You need to relax. She's looking towards the future. Okay? Get some rest. That phrase, don't rock the boat, you'll sink the ship, just came in my head. But more that song. It was like a hip hop-esque song. Rock the boat, don't sink this ship. I don't know. Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. But yeah. Keep your cool, Aries. It's worth it. Hey, Aries. As you can see, I already had some messages for you, and I'm about to hop right into the cards because the message I started with is just ringing right now. Okay, past, present, future, overall energy, singles and couples. Overall, attraction, a romantic love. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. King of Wands. So this is you, Aries. You being, I almost said on your best behavior. But I don't mean that in a way to hold you back. I mean this in your best light. Because I think this month what you're learning is how to attract in the life that you really want and you deserve. Okay? But there is a need to hold back your impulsiveness. Okay? Because the Knight of Wands is in the center here, and the Knight of Wands is much more impulsive than the King of Wands. The King of Wands knows that there has to be a level of strategy. There has to be a level of strategy when going after things that are that you really want, right? You can't just be brash. It's important to use your heart and follow your heart and be passionate. However, the King of Wands has learned not to react purely on his emotions. He follows his heart, but his emotions, his fire is not ignited so quickly that he just starts, sets a forest fire. It's that kind of thing. It's like he knows how to contain it. His passion is fueled in a fireplace. It's contained. It's direct. It's safe, right? My cat apparently, has something to say about it. Yeah, I think that's That's so funny. But you need to attract in, or rather, I think you're learning this month how to attract in the life that you want. In the past, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man. So at first, more cards fell out, and I put them back, but I did look at them. And for those of you that resonated with the message in the very beginning, talking about getting over disappointment over a move or making the decision to move, the same message was there. Like, in order to make progress, in order to move forward in your life, there's this need to get over mulling in your feelings. Like, I feel as though there's some things that are just in place, Aries, that you can't move. Like, as much as you try, you can't speed ahead time. It's one of those things. Like the move is already set in stone, and you know it's going to happen, but you're still, like, mad about it, that it's not done yet. And you need to let it go. Because having resistance against it will make your life miserable up until then. Like, you need to drop it. Because stay optimistic about your love life. Ace of Swords, Hanged Man, is you're getting clear. You're getting clear through, in your mind, in your thoughts, in the way that you think, on why you need to wait, on why you need to chill out, on why you need to hang 10. Like, this is, the Hanged Man gains a new perspective on his world through a hiatus, through taking a pause. Taking a pause, I think, from being reactionary. Taking a pause, I think, from being the type a person to react first and think later. I think this month you're being asked to hold on a second, to take a deep breath before you express yourself, to step back from your own self when you're about to, when you're getting into a situation that is triggering of you. And I think that will give you a lot more perspective on the situation, and you'll realize, like, you know what? I do have a lot of energy and a lot of fire in me, but I can channel it in a way that is more progressive to what I want to achieve. Because in the present, we have let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. Underneath it, Knight of Wands and the Five of Cups. So again, there's this feeling that there is something out of your control, especially in relationship to, like I said, moving or going forward in your love life, moving to the next stage, moving in, moving away, moving from single to married, single to dating, single, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's this idea. But again, like, I feel the first message I got strongly here was, if you are quick to react, you will. Okay? And I think the reason that you're being triggered to react and to say something, okay, is due to things that have happened in the past where you felt went awry. Therefore, you place a strong grip on them now because you think, well, oh, if I micromanage the situation and I make sure I say every single thing I feel, people will be... It's almost like you're trying to, like, whip your reality into shape, when you need to co-create with the universe. You need to co-create with spirit, with energy. So if you want to whip your reality into shape, you need to whip your way of thinking into shape. Because all the energy here in the center is looking at the past. Okay? And whatever you're reacting on is either based on the past or has already happened, and you can't change it. So there's a strong need to let go and use the law of attraction. Use the law of attraction to shift your reality so you can take your throne. Because you are powerful, and it is time you recognize your power and use it to its highest advantage. If you're using your power for resistance, well then, my love, you're going to breed more resistance. So I think that it's best to have the loving relationship and home life that you want. I really feel this has a lot to do with your home life. You need to play a key role in that. In the future, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. Underneath it, Empress and the World. So, in the beginning, I also said some of you we're having morning sickness, and I definitely think that still stands for some of you. Okay, could have gotten pregnant by a fellow fire sign. And obviously, motherhood changes your entire world. I also think some of you are mothers, and what is holding you back is your children. Whether it's because they're in a scenario that like somehow in some way your children are involved in the decisions you're making, whether you feel they're a burden or they actually are a burden, or you're married and you're afraid to move because you don't want to take the kids out of school, or you even though you're divorced or separated from the child's other parent, you don't want to take them away like out of state because then they won't get to see their father or mother all the time. I think it would be father in that scenario. Because the world is a big ending. Okay, and again, this mimics the idea of moving and moving far, somewhere that is not close to you. In some capacity, it's foreign. Because even like if you grew up on the East Coast and then you're moving to the West Coast, and very much that's a foreign move because I've lived on both coasts. So let me tell you, the West Coast, from a New England East Coast girl, the West Coast is a world different. I felt like I was in a different country in a great way, but that's how I felt. I think some of you also are making a big move on behalf of motherhood or because you want to have children. A couple of signs got this children card this month, and most of them I was telling them that it was a childish energy, but I don't feel that for you here. I think these are actual children. If you do not have children, I think that maybe your partner might, or the person that you want to be with will, and that is affecting the decisions that you're making in your relationship. Or obviously we're all somebody's children, and this could be your mother, and you're making moves on behalf of your mother, and your mother is affecting the choices that you aren't making in your love life in May. I almost said April. So even though this is past, present, and future, I'm really feeling like, Aries, like this is something that's been going on for a while. A while. Oh, that weekend, the song from the weekend, just started playing in my head. It's the same old song. Yeah, you guys know that one. I'm not a singer, but you know what I'm talking about. I think it's from one of his first like EPs, like Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it's the same old song. So there's this idea of like there's a record. I think you've been in a loop a little bit. And a big ending is coming, Aries. A huge ending is coming. But endings like the world take time. I think a lot of the energy that's here is stagnant. Not in a bad way. It's like a necessary stagnation. Like you need to understand that if everything was supposed to move forward already, it would have moved forward. But time is time, okay? This is a lesson from Saturn. I think Saturn's squaring you guys right now. Well, it'd be trining because it's in Sagittarius. So, yeah, but you need to, you need to slow down and understand that, like, no, the world does not bend at your whim. So you need to co-create with it. Use that fire, use that power to co-create with the universe, and you will see results tenfold. I think that's the lesson here. Okay? You're getting to know each other. You're getting to know your partner better through this time apart, or this time at a distance, or this time being single. And you're also getting to know your own power and your own self. And I think this is you getting to know your higher self, getting to know how to attract your best self, your King of Wands. All right, Aries? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being patient. I will be back at the end of the month for your June general readings. Peace.